Welcome to Steffon's soundtrack series, where I give detailed insight and sometimes personal anecdotes on how a particular song impacted my life. This is song number 2, The Heart Part 2 by Kendrick Lamar. Enjoy. When I finished The Heart Part 2, I sat with my face in shock and awe of what I just heard. I come from the blog era, where you had to be tuned into the internet because artists such as The Cool Kids, Kid Cudi, and Casey Veggies weren't going to be heard on national radio. Before playing in football stadiums as part of the TDE Championship Tour, Kendrick was one of those artists trying to figure out who he was as a man. The Heart Part 2 is the initial and defining statement of his 2010 project, OD Overly Dedicated, still my favorite Kendrick Lamar project to date. The first song on any project is so important because it can make the listener want to immerse themselves into your world, or it can make a listener never tune into you again. Enter The Heart Part 2. With the Roots instrumental as his backing track, Kendrick delivers an exhilarating and life-changing performance. Using an intro by Dash Snow, The Heart Part 2 illustrates that music is a vital lifesaver, which instantly engaged me because I wholeheartedly agree with this sentiment. Kendrick starts off by saying that crafting this music is a source of freedom, whether the song be freestyled or written. While battling the streets of Compton, Kendrick knows that he very well could end up dead, but just wants to make sure that his music is cemented. Fuck a funeral, just make sure you pay my music respect, nigga. The overlying journey that The Heart Part 2 transports you on is a precise version of Kendrick's home and reality, which I can't directly relate to, but through Kendrick's words, I can picture it in my mind and experience it in my soul. Kendrick is trapped in a system where the youth are obtaining guns and individuals are constantly going to jail or dying. He says, "My uncle doing life in prison. He wasn't rap too tight. He told me rap about life, not rap niggas." That, along with the next few bars, Kendrick is telling you that he doesn't care about rap beef because there are larger scale beefs in his hood where people are being murdered. A little later in the verse, Kendrick is questioning religion, which I see as a valid point because with all this turmoil coming up as a young man, I would have questions about faith too. Consistently, Kendrick provides you miniature anecdotes about the realities of Compton that can be applied to many other areas in the country. Kendrick makes note that normalcy in his area is violence. You walking down the block, he got shot, you are no eyewitness. You just mind your business. You just turn your head and tie your tennis. It's kind of scary, ain't it? I sympathize with the people and the stories because I feel like this shouldn't be a standard way of living, but realize that for a significant number of black people, this is a daily reality. The next section of The Heart Part 2 lays out his mission for the music business. He prays that his bars get farther than Compton, and if the record never breaks, he promises to keep it honest. He makes the statement that his OD project will be important, but at the same time, trying to avoid the pitfalls that come with the neighborhood because his records hadn't broken yet. He wants to alter the rules so that corporate entities possess less power, so they can't just demolish your dreams just to circle back around and implement your vision later. All throughout the song, you can hear the emotions ramping up in Kendrick, which makes for a thrilling finish. Kendrick raps that he is not just making music for himself, but to help the people around him, such as his mother. Kendrick raps rapidly as if his life is on the line, and he expresses so much emotion in this song that he cannot go any further and runs out of breath. The Heart Part 2 is a song of passion and reality. It depicts the reality that Kendrick comes from, but the passion that he has for the music to try to make it out of those circumstances. This song impacted me because I feel like I need to dedicate more time to my genuine passion, because Kendrick was overly dedicated, and even with all the turmoil, became a hip hop legend. Thank you for listening to Steffon's Soundtrack Series. I am Steffon GH, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SteffonGH. That's STEFFONGH, where you can follow this series and find links to even more content.